Hey everyone, my name is Melanie Allen, Senior Ruby Ambassador. I'm super excited tonight to have Dr. Graham on. She's going to be leading our Getting Started training. And I'm going to go ahead and share this screen so we can get started. Let's see here. There we go. Welcome, Dr. Graham. We're glad to have you on tonight.
Well, it's great to be on. Welcome, team. We're so glad everybody's on. Some of y'all have been part of the team for a bit, and some of y'all are brand new. And this is an exciting adventure we are all on. Exciting adventure for our health, exciting adventure for our finances, but most of all, in my opinion, is sharing this health with other people. So people can be healthy from the inside out. So tonight we're doing a Plexus Ambassador training. And this is duplicable for your teams as they grow, that this has the basic information that we all need to understand and know as time goes on, but also your new members of your team will need to know as well. So this slideshow was put together by Melanie Allen, our Senior Ruby Ambassador. Yay, Melanie! So if you'll change the screen, Melanie, please. So get ready to start the best job ever. You need to commit to being an Plexus Ambassador to grow your business. Decide that today is the day you're going to change everything. Change your health, change your finances, change the health of your family, leave a legacy of health and financial freedom. Network marketing, part-time work for full-time pay equals freedom. And then I like this little bottom comment, commitment is the glue that bonds you to your goals. Next slide, please. So ahead of us, as we all know, Melanie's up higher than us, and then up higher than her is Laura Ferguson, and then up higher than her is other people. And those that are before us created the ambassador checklist. And this is a way that as long as we do this, and then the people that we are training below us to do this, and then they train, and it just keeps going on and on and on, the system is very duplicable. So let's go through this checklist. So you want to go to the files in Team Allen is Diamond Bound. So when you go to that Facebook page that you should have already been added to, and if you are not already added, please let your upline know, or let Melanie or myself know, and we can add you. So you will go to that, and at the top of that, you will see some little boxes, and one of the boxes says Files. You click on Files, and you see the following 6 emails amidst other files. So you have to scroll down to find them, but one is Plexus Information, Plexus Retail Customer, Plexus Preferred Customer, Plexus Ambassador Opportunity, New Ambassador Documents and Resources, and Plexus Check-in. So you want to save those 6 emails, because these 6 emails will be very beneficial for your own information, but you can tweak these emails then to say your own personal tweak in them, sign them with your name down at the bottom, and send them out to your potentials, send them out to your existing ambassadors, send them out to your customers who are considering possibly becoming an ambassador. I have found them to be very helpful. I don't have to write a whole new email. As I said, I tweak it, and I'd highly recommend you going through these, saving these, and putting them where you can get them. I know Melanie puts them on her phone, and she just quickly, when she talks with someone, clicks over to the files on her phone, saved under the I guess the notebook section on her phone, and then she sends them right away. So that's one way to do it. I have them on my computer, and I send them from my computer. Next, second bullet point says add to Team Allen this Diamond Bound and one other team page. So this is the team page I was just talking about. So if you're not already added here, please let your upline know. And one other team page, another upline who's ahead of Melanie is Team Eichenhorst. And she has the exact same files on her page. If you are under another team page, member, they may have a team page, and you may want to be, you definitely would want to be added to them. You want to add to health and weight loss testimonies, Team I Can Horse and Plexus Journeys on Facebooks. So whenever someone inquires about Plexus, and your friends, you want to friend them on Facebook, add them to the health and weight loss testimonies page. This is a page open to anybody, whether they use Plexus, have purchased Plexus, or just looking around and getting more information. This is a very beneficial page, so anyone can be added to this page. It's easily found. It's well worth it. Also, as an ambassador, it's easy also to go to this page and look for testimony. So say maybe one of your coworker comes in and says, my 8-year-old son came down with the flu last night. Well, you may want to go to this page, pull up under the little box again at the top, but the box that is clear or it's white and it has a little eyeglass, like a little looking glass, like Sherlock Holmes kind of looking glass on it. And you type in flu symptoms, and then any testimonies that have that on there will come up. And then maybe you can post that on your page, tag your friend, and she could read a little bit about another family who maybe had some flu symptoms. They took the Ease capsules and all the symptoms went away, or whatever the testimony is. And you can put in migraines, you can put in psoriasis, you can put in plantar fasciitis, just on and on. Anything you can think of, go ahead and put it in and see what it comes up with. So add to the Team I Can Horse. That's the page I just mentioned to you, which is an upline above Melanie. And then Plexus Journeys on Facebook. Next is train and equip your ambassadors to be successful and follow the system. So that is if you are doing all these steps, ambassadors that come in underneath you, you want them to also be doing all of these steps. And then that way things are duplicated. And nothing is getting missed. But also a lot of the answers that we have as we go along in our journey are all in these steps. Not in every single step, but you're able to find the answers that you need in these steps. So encourage and help with your first Facebook post. So I'll tell you my own story. I was not on Facebook before I joined Plexus. And so to post anything on there, not to be on there, and then suddenly I'm posting about a product was definitely intimidating. But I found a testimony that I agreed with, and I went ahead and posted. And then it just became easier and easier to post. You may find that you'll have an ambassador under you who doesn't know what to post. So maybe encourage them to go to the health and weight loss testimony page or the Plexus Journey page and find a testimony that they can identify with, or maybe that they know of somebody that's a friend or a family member that has those same situation going on, and that would be a suggestion to post. PlexusPowerTools.com is $10 per year. This is a source that you can go and you can get graphics on, you can get compliance. Everything is compliant, approved through Plexus on there. It is an excellent resource for information, especially as we are trying to market ourselves. And a lot of information is also on that website. Plexus Gyms Manual, that's 2 documents. That is under the files in Team Alan is Diamond Bound or Team I Can Horse page. And it is a lot of what we're talking about tonight, but in much more detail and in additional stuff is in that Gyms Manual. I printed it up and read it. I'm still old school that I like to have things in my hand a lot of times because I get scared I won't be able to find them on the computer again. But you don't have to download them, but they're there for you. Next, please. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Facebook, get started right away. So as products are coming in and you want to be sharing these products with others, go ahead and make your first post. Or go ahead and encourage your team member who's at that spot where you once were to go ahead and make their first post. I know one of my new ambassadors recently came on and she said, I can't wait till my products get here. I'm ready to change my life, or something similar like that. That's simple. Be consistent and persistent. Familiarity breeds comfort. So I've read testimony after testimony of people who have seen their friend post about Plexus. They've scrolled past for months and months and sometimes even years. And then one day they decide, I'm fed up with being sick, or I'm tired of my husband feeling this way, or my mother doesn't feel so good or something. Then they start paying more attention, and then they order their products, and it changes their lives or their family members' lives. So be consistent. Even though you're not getting a response, you'll hear stories of people who post, and the next thing you know, they've got 25 people who are interested. That's not how it happened to me. I posted, and I did have, I'll say 5 or less people interested, and maybe one of those actually ended up buying products from me. At that time, I did not have a whole bunch of people, but it's because I wasn't on Facebook and I didn't have a huge group that I was already sharing my life with before that. So as people read, they will see and read your stories, and they will become very comfortable with seeing them, and then they will learn more about the product, whether they reply or not. Don't worry about offending others. Have belief and blessings. So I'll tell you another story of mine. Soon after I joined Plexus and I started posting, I had a friend of mine, not a close friend, more of an acquaintance friend, private messaged me and said, Emily, I've never seen you on Facebook in all the 3 years that I've been on here, and for past 18 posts, 9 of those are Plexus and 9 of those are your family. Are you trying to sell something here? And so I just replied to her. At first I was bothered by that a little bit, but I just replied to her that I'm so glad that you're noticing. I'm excited to be on Facebook, and I hope your family is doing very well. And that's how I left my response to her. And I don't think she was trying to be offensive to me, but I could have taken it offensive and become defensive. So don't worry about offending others. You believe in it, you know what it's doing, and you know what blessings are coming with it. Those who post the most frequently are the most successful. Post strategically, don't spam your friends. So post strategically can be looked at a couple of ways, but I would say the most basic of those post strategically is post at least 1 Plexus post a day and 1 personal post a day. You could do more, but don't spam, don't overload your friends with Plexus, 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 Plexus. Oh, and by the way, I did this, and then Plexus, Plexus, Plexus. That's what you don't want to do that to your friends or your family members. You want them to be enjoying and seeing your life and what activities are happening. And then, by the way, I'm getting healthy at the same time. Maybe you might be interested in it. So posting strategically. And also, as I suggested earlier, look for posts that maybe apply to people that you know or love, or people that are on your Facebook page with you that are going through similar stages of life maybe, or changes that are occurring in them that you know about. Post about that. I had a friend who joined my team, and I posted about varicose veins one day, and that is what struck her chord. She'd been watching for a while, but that struck her chord. Next thing I know, she's contacting me. So just continue to post. Don't get discouraged. If you need likes or comments, ask us. So we don't mind at all liking or commenting. And it's very helpful when you do post about something and then another Plexus person comes in behind you and even gives further information about what you posted. Don't share posts. So at the bottom of every post, you have a section that says like, and then I think it says something else, and then it says share. Don't hit the share button. So here's what happens. When you hit the share button, that post only goes to the people that you shared the post from, that y'all have mutual friends with. It does not go to all the potential Facebook people in your Facebook feed. So sharing posts end up becoming not successful. It is better for you to copy and to paste it, and to either add the same picture, which a lot of times I do, especially if it's a personal testimony and they have a photo of themselves, or I'll find another picture. But don't share the posts. I used to care what people thought about me until one day I tried to pay my bills with their opinions. Isn't that so true, everyone? Next page, please. What to do when someone shows interest. First, add them to the health and weight loss testimonials, which is under Team Eichenhorst or is under Team Allen is Diamond Bound on Facebook. Ask them to send you their email address and send Plexus information email or send them a private message. Don't give away too much information on Facebook. So I usually will ask them to send me their email, and sometimes I'll ask to send me their cell number so I can text them. I will ask, what's the easiest way to contact you? Because some people don't ever check emails and check texts, and other individuals don't really text on their phone and they want emails. So that's a good way to find out what's the best way to contact them. And the Plexus information email, I love that email. So that's the one that I personally love to send. I customized it to myself. Make sure if you're copying any of these files and sending them out, read the whole thing, because some of these files that are personalized to either Melanie or to Melissa Eichenhorst or whoever created that file, is their own little testimony, might be stuck in the middle of a paragraph. So make sure you read the whole thing to make sure it relates to you as a person. And if you need to change anything, go ahead and change it. And if I send a Facebook private message or even a text, I always end with a question, or one of the last two sentences are a question. That prompts the reader, the person who's inquiring, to have to reply back to you. If you just give them all these facts and you don't end with a question or something that prompts them to reply back, you may never hear from them. So I always end up with a question like, why are you interested in Plexus? Or I don't usually ask that question. Let me think of a better question. What's the best way to contact you? That might be the end of my first one. Or I may say, what would be your health goals? Would you be willing to share them with me? And then they reply back. So something that gets them prompted to keep the conversation going. And don't give away too much information on Facebook. Don't start quoting all the prices. Don't fill in all the gaps. You want to create a conversation that just keeps going and going between you and the interested party. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Keep lists. Many people will fall through the cracks if you do not. Inquiries, likes, no's, and potentials. This is very critical. There's many ways that people sort through their follow-ups, but these last bullet points shows a couple of areas that you can keep lists of people who have inquired, people who have liked your posts, people who have told you no, and people who are potentials. I plop almost everybody in potentials, and I may write no next to them. And then I also do write, how do I know them? Like whether it was through Facebook or they're a patient of mine or they're a friend of somebody's, I will put that next to them so I can recognize, identify with the relationship I have with them. And follow-up. So we're going to come to another page and we're going to talk a little bit more about the follow-up, but it's very important to be in front of the individuals who are inquiring, mind and forefront. So when they're ready, they're reaching out to you. Next page.
I just wanted to add one more thing, Dr. Grant.
Yes.
Under the health and weight loss testimonials, Team Eichenhorst group, that's a very important testimonial group that Melissa has put together, and we all add our personal testimonies on that group. So these are actually people we know from our team on here. My testimonials on there. So you can actually, like she said, you can search, but you can also copy and paste, and you can use those testimonials and put them on your newsfeed. Those are all okay to use. So I just wanted to make sure they knew that. And anyone that has any potential interest or has talked to you about Plexus, you need to add anyone and everyone to that group. So everyone should be on that one group. So I just want to make that clear.
Okay, what to do again when someone shows interest. Not everyone needs the same Plexus combo. Here's how to help you decide which combo. So you see to the right a number 1, 2, and 3. So picture number 1 is if the person wants to improve their health. They're typically not on meds. They don't have a lot of sweet cravings. There's no chronic health problems. and they want to lose weight. So this might potentially be the person that eats really healthy. Maybe they work out a lot. They don't have really any major health concerns. Number 2, you don't need to lose much weight, if any, but you want to improve your health, especially gut and bowel health, boost your immune system, reduce sweet cravings, brain fog, fatigue, acne, etc. So number 2, as most of y'all know, that number 2 is the one that really cleans yourself out and gets you healthy from the inside out. It's the probiotic, the Slim, and the BioCleanse. And I didn't discuss number 1 is the Block and the Slim. Picture number 3, you want it all. You want to improve your health by restoring your intestinal system, boost your immune system, reduce sweet cravings, brain fog, fatigue, headaches, acne gone, and lose that weight. So that's everything in 1 and 2 is all in number 3. For what my customers say, those who take number 3 faithfully are having the best results and dramatic improvement with more than just their clothes size and what the scales show. These are my favorite, along with the X Factor vitamin. I love the X Factor vitamin, and we'll talk about that again on another slide. So number 1 is $99, number 2 is $125, and number 3 is $160. With 2 and 3, it's only $10 more to become an ambassador. So that would be if you added $10 to, say, number 2 to make it $135. That includes your $34.95 in there. So that's why it says $10 more to become an ambassador. Okay, next slide. Sales statistics. This is very eye-opening. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. So if you personally or you know someone who has done a multi-level marketing MLM before, and then maybe they said, oh, those things don't work, it is a possibility that that person never really followed up with their prospects. So that's why the follow-up is so important. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make these contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% are made on the second. 5% of sales are made on the third. 10% of sales are made on the fourth, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. And that's why we say don't get discouraged. You keep posting. You keep believing in your products. You keep taking your products. You keep following up. And make little notes about your prospects of why did they contact you to begin with. I have a prospect who I've been communicating with since probably the past, I'm thinking 6 months. And her daughter over the summer was at the verge of being diagnosed as diabetic. Not quite yet, but there. And she reached out to me again. And I just, when I come across diabetic testimonies, I send them to her. And I just keep encouraging her. She still hasn't bought, but I believe one day she will be at that place. So just keep following up. Next, please. Know it all. So knowledge is power. So conference calls, which is what we're on tonight. This is a training conference call, but our team has every Sunday night at 8:30 training that we do, which is under Zoom training, which is a little bit further down. Plexus Weekly has conference calls that you can join, that you can listen to. And then a lot of times Melanie posts conference calls that you can listen to. A great time to listen to conference calls can be like when you're getting dressed in the morning, putting your makeup on, driving in the car is also another great time. Maybe cooking dinner. And so you just pull up your computer and just start listening. Same thing with the YouTube videos. Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, Melissa Eichenhorst, Lori Harrison, and Amy Darling. So Lori Harrison and Amy Darling are both individuals who are holistic health coaches before they joined Plexus. So I've really appreciated those two YouTube videos because they really get into the nitty gritty of why the products work. Melissa Heikenhorst and Sarah Marble are also talk about the products, but not from the same exact perspective as the other two ladies. But they do a lot of wonderful training, like anywhere from how to stay organized to what do you do when people tell you no, or how to get to gold once you've been silver. And then Sonia Dudley, she is very high up within Plexus, and she's just a delight to listen to. Her voice is like, your girlfriend next door kind of voice. And she just gives you very, very practical tips on how to grow your business. She increases your belief when you watch her videos. And then, so just, you can search YouTube videos for Plexus and then type in a product if you want to. But that's another good way for training. Diamond Docs. So these are the documentaries on YouTube. So you can type in Plexus Diamond Documentaries, and you can, you'll see Melissa, you'll see Sarah, you'll see Sonia on there. There's many, many more. There's, I think, over 70 or 80 diamonds. I think that's what I heard recently. Anyway, you type in any name, or just type in Diamond Documentary and you can read some. Monthly opportunity meetings. So in your area, if there's a monthly opportunity meeting, I'd highly recommend going. This builds your belief. Very, very important, so you don't feel like you're an island out there by yourself. It also is a great tool to bring those that you've been talking to, or maybe new customers or new ambassadors, to the meeting to build their belief. Every time I host a opportunity meeting, at least one person signs up that night to become a Plexus either customer or ambassador. So it's a great way. And then as your teams grow, it's a great way for you to begin possibly hosting opportunity meetings and invite your ambassadors to bring their potentials. Zoom training, we just spoke about. Convention, that's once a year at the beginning of June. The dates were just announced, and I think they were the 9th through the 12th, but I'm not sure on that. So, but it's coming up next year. Team page, we talked about that, and back office. So under Plexus, under your web page, when you sign into your back office, go under resources, and that is a good time. If you've got like, even 30 minutes on your hand, but if you actually got like a chunk of time, under the resources, it is good to go through all of those questions that are asked about the products and just read them, because you will be asked. And that way you'll just be familiar. And then that also has a magnifying search spot that you can type in things and ask anything that the knowledge base may have regarding your question. Next, please. You reap what you sow. You will get out what you put in. What kind of seeds are you sowing, and what will you harvest? So hard work, determination, consistency, persistency, love, and commitment equals success. Stay steady. Try not to ride the emotional roller coaster. It's okay to bless and release when needed. So, So basically what this slide is talking about is that you need to be consistent with working your business. So I work full-time, and I work many hours, early in the morning till into the evening time. And I just, at the very beginning, dedicated, I was going to give myself 15 to 30 minutes a day and do something with Plexus, whether it was watch a YouTube video to learn a little bit more, or I always made sure I did my 2 posts, one personal, one Plexus. Or I always did that every day, but during my 15 to 30 minutes might be responding to somebody who sent me a private message, or reaching out to somebody who I know could benefit from it, like actually a direct text saying, hey, I've just begun this health journey. I thought about you because these products help with migraines. I don't personally have them, but you shared with me many times that you have migraines. I thought you might want some information, or I'd love to give you a call sometime, or anyway, but just every day reaching out. And at the bottom where it says, try not to ride the emotional roller coaster, depending on how people respond to you, there may be people who it actually hurts your feelings a little bit. Just don't write on that. Just say, you know what, it's okay. It's not for them right now. Not everybody is on the same health journey as you or in the same need of a financial blessing as you. But most people are in the need of a financial blessing in our society today. But they just may not know that this would be a tool that will bless them. So as they see you grow and change and the blessings that you receive, they will start asking. So don't get on an emotional part where you get discouraged. And if you do, reach up to your upline. Part of their job is to encourage you. And if you don't get encouragement from them, reach up another level up. There's somebody who ahead of you would be more than willing to talk to you and encourage you. Next slide, please. Product knowledge. You must be a product of the product. So in other words, you need to be taking these things, ladies. And if there's a gentleman on here, be taking them. You don't have to take all of them, but you do need to take them so you can talk about them. This will build your belief and help you form your own testimony. Know your Plexus products through the Plexus website. We just talked about that under the knowledge resources and knowledge base and the back office, the team pages under the files. Understand how to use the product so you can see optimal results yourself and help your customers. Yes, yes, yes. Some of those YouTube videos help explain why we take the products that we take or how to take the products. They're very helpful. Next page. Be professional. So keys to success. Be professional. Get business cards. So if you go on Etsy, ETSY.com, and you type in Plexus business cards, and I even have some Plexus brochures that many will come up, and you'll be able to get yourself some cards and some brochures. So as you're out and about in your workplace or just even in the grocery store, a place that you may not know people, but you start talking about it, you want to be able to give them something so they can contact you, go to the website, learn more about the products. You don't want to just throw it out there and then they don't know who you were, how to get a hold of you or anything. Work your business. You can work part-time, but not sometime. Consistency is key. So every single day you need to be doing something. And you need to be doing something, as I told you, I started off with just 15, maximum 30 minutes per day. And even now I give myself an hour per day to work on it. And then even now, there's some days that I'm like, I don't even have an hour, but I'm still going to give myself at least 15 to 30 minutes. So you need to daily be working on your business. Educate your ambassadors, make it duplicable. That's what we've been talking about. Keep in touch with your customers. Flip them to ambassadors the moment they have any success. Second month, follow-up email or message. Just ask. When they start sending referrals, just ask. So what this is saying is when you have customers who start taking the products and you start hearing success, flip them means turn them into ambassadors. So they're having success. They're very excited. So you can, there's one of those 6 emails, I believe, is where it has taken your Plexus customer to an ambassador. So you can send them the email. If it's not under the 6, it's definitely under the files. You can go through it that approach. You can go through it just as you're talking with them going, hey, now that you are just loving these products, don't you want to get them at a more discounted price? And you can just pay an annual membership fee, and your prices will be the least expensive you can possibly get them. And I have found that many, many people want to jump to that level because they're having success and they're thinking, I didn't know how bad I felt before, but I feel so awesome now, I don't want to go backwards. In the second month, ask them. So, first month you may, how's it going on your products? Just hear what they have to say. In the second month, do exactly what I just say, since you're having such great success, and then continue on with the conversation. Or you can also be looking when they start sending you referrals. If they start sending you referrals and they're not an ambassador, you can approach it with, I'm so appreciative you're sending referrals, and I will help anyone that comes my way because I believe in everybody getting healthy from the inside out. But you know what? You could benefit if you signed up at the ambassador level, and I can teach you how to then get customers under you, and you will actually financially benefit. So don't give up. You are closer than you think you are. Next slide, please. So Plexus Annual Ambassador Income, many of y'all have seen this. This basically goes through the average income for at the different levels: ambassador, senior ambassador, silver ambassador. So an ambassador is when you first sign up, senior ambassador is when you have 1 ambassador underneath you, silver ambassador is when you have 3, and then gold ambassador, and then on up. This is very a good tool to use for somebody who is interested in joining in Plex, especially if they're interested in the business part of it. Next slide.
Just quietly.
Okay, personal volume commission. I know many of y'all have also seen this, but this goes through stair-step of what your bonus is for each level. So, and then it also talks about at the Lexuses that you get when you become an Emerald, Lexus choices that you get. But another wonderful graphic to spend some time on, you yourself, but then also that you can show potentials or your new ambassadors. Next. Okay, the Plexus compensation summary chart, compensation plan, shows the 11 different ways that an ambassador is paid. So the first one is through retail commission. So if you look in that little box, it's about, it's on the second level there. And when you have personal volume between $100 to $499, so personal volume means any products that you purchase and any products that a customer purchases underneath you is counted in the personal volume. So say you purchase an amount, say it's $100, and then you have a couple of customers underneath you that also purchase $100, so that'd be around $300. So you fall in that range. So your percent monthly commission would be 15% off of that total amount. If your personal volume is $500 or more, then you receive 25% commission. So as an ambassador, you really always want to have $100 in your own personal volume. And then any customer underneath you is just added on to that. But the more customers you have underneath you, of course, the greater your personal volume is going to be. So number 2, retail override commissions. Personal volume is also stated underneath there. Number 3 is preferred customer bonuses. So if they order any of those products below, you get a cash bonus on that, but on your preferred customers only, not your ambassadors. Let's see, where is number 4? Okay, number 4, welcome packs. So the welcome pack has to include with the auto qualification on it as well to be counted in this category. But when you sponsor a person and they do a $99 welcome pack, you get a little under $25. If they do a $199 welcome pack, you get a little under $50. So I'm just going to round just for talking's sake. So then the person that you sponsors a person underneath them. You get paid on that as well. You get $12.50 if they do a 99, or you get 24 to 25 under 199 if they order 199. And then your second level down, so say that person then sponsors, you get paid, and if the next level down, then you get paid. So you get paid more on your direct sponsorship, but you actually are still getting benefit from people that are lower than you. So it keeps trickling down. Number 5, one-time achievement. Those stair-step graphics that we looked at, every time you move to another level, you get a bonus plopped into your checking account. Yay! So that's awesome. Fast start. So this is somebody who ranks to a gold, senior gold, ruby, or Senior Ruby within their first 30 days. So the lady that is on tonight, I don't remember your name, but the one who has just been with it 1 or 2 weeks, Melanie said, and she already has her first ambassador under her. I mean, she could do this in 30 days. Number 7, Plexus Pay Points. We're going to look at another slide that's going to explain that in just a moment. And then number 8, 9, and 10. So when you hit Emerald, you are no longer paid the same way. You're paid out of a bonus pool plus your Plexus Pay Points. So that bonus pool is out of the Emerald bonus pool, and you receive 3% of that. And then when you're a Sapphire, you receive the Emerald bonus pool as well as the Sapphire bonus pool. And then when you're a Diamond, you receive from the Emerald bonus pool, the Sapphire bonus pool, and then the Diamond bonus pool. And then, so once you get up to that level, you are benefiting from many, many resources below you. And then number 11, which is in the lower left-hand column, this is Diamond Re-Entry. So once you are a Diamond, you can go back in, get 3 more ambassadors underneath you, and do Silver Ambassador, then go up to Gold, and then Senior Gold, and then on and on up. And you can even become a double diamond. We have 1 double diamond in our company, Celeste Gwynn, right now. And so she's not only getting paid at the level of a diamond, but she's doing it twice every single month. Next slide. Understanding the compensation plan. So we've talked a little bit about this on the personal volume. You receive 15% if it's between $100 to $499, 25% of $500 or more. And remember, personal volume is the product total of product amount that is purchased over $100 from your amount as well as the customers underneath you. You should always have a goal of 500 personal volume every month. So, you know, with this, it's not hard to get $500 of personal volume, especially when you're not the only one putting down the money to buy the products. So I definitely agree with the statement that you need to, that should be your goal and above every single month. Preferred customer bonus. This is huge. Preferred customers get their items at a discount, and you get a bonus every time their order ships. So they get it at a discount, and they have their 60-day money-back guarantee, and you are getting a bonus on the other side. What a blessing. Next slide, please. Okay, Plexus points earned by level. So Plexus points are a dollar amount and approximate $3 each. It's actually, it can be a little under $3, it can be a little over $3. They calculate it somehow, but we just round to $3 as you are looking at things. So a level 1, when you get a level 1 ambassador, you receive 5 Plexus points. When you get a level 2 ambassador, you get 5. Level 3 ambassador, you get 5. A level 4, you get 4. And you can see on down the graph, all the way down to level 7. So as people ambassador below you, then the ambassador below them, then the ambassador below them, on and on, every time they sign up another person, you get a point added to your level. And then every month, those total number of points are times the number, which we're using 3 as a general number right now, $3, and that amount of money gets put into your account. So this is wonderful. Business building bonuses, welcome packs. We've touched base on this as well. $99, you get $25 are for you. Welcome packs of $199 is $50 for you. Your upline 3 levels up also get paid a designated amount, which we've already talked about. Retail override commissions, you make 5% of all of your level 1 sales over $100. One-time achievement bonuses, that's that dollar amount we saw in that stair-step graphic. Each time you rank from silver to senior ruby, you get an awesome bonus. And fast track achievement bonus, rank gold to senior ruby in your first month, and your bonuses double. So As you become an emerald, which I believe all of us will be emerald, understanding the compensation plan continued, you at level of emerald, you get a Lexus. So they don't just hand you the Lexus, they give you a commission to pay for the Lexus every month. And they have certain types of Lexus you can get. You go down to the Lexus dealership and you get it going. And it's amazing. I cannot wait to be there. And Melanie, when you were there, I'm going to be, please invite me to the showing, and I'd love to be in the picture with you if you're going to do it with friends and family.
Oh, yes, I will.
And then also for Emerald, you and Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond all get to go to Maui. And I guess about 2-3 weeks ago, they all were there. And it looked like a beautiful, fun, amazing, a pampered trip by Plexus. And then, of course, at this level is the profit sharing we spoke about from the Emerald pool. Sapphire receives profit sharing in the Emerald and Sapphire. And as we said, the Diamond also receives profit sharing in the Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond pools. And then you can also re-enter yourself into the Plexus and start back down again. You stay your Diamond status, but you have a second additional status with Ambassador, Silver Ambassador, Gold Ambassador, and so forth. Okay, so here is the power of 3. This is a very, to me, this was a very powerful graphic when I first saw it. So you are at the top, you sponsor 3 ambassadors, and then your goal is to train them to sponsor 3 ambassadors themselves. And then each one of those individuals sponsor 3. So let's go down to the bottom. First level, you sponsor 3 people, which, as I told you earlier, that you receive 5 Plexus points with each ambassador. So that would be 15 points times $3, which is that average we talked about. You receive $45. On the second level, there would be 9 people, which you can add that up. Then it would be 45 points times 3, $135. And then the graphic doesn't continue to show, but you can imagine at the third level, then they each have sponsored 3. You have 27 people, which comes out to 405. And then down to the 5th level, we have 243 people just by each person having 3 ambassadors under them. And then you can see it down at the bottom. You can have thousands of dollars come into your checking account, which would be an amazing blessing to all of us once we get to that level. And you may already be there or soon to be there. So Leaders Retreat Contest. Okay, we're going to skip
that since we leave and soon.
Yes.
We'll just
so this is a question and answer time, I believe. So anybody have any questions? If I'm unable to answer them, Melanie is here and she can also answer.
Absolutely. And you guys can also send messages through chat if that's easier for you, whichever you want to do. We have more people.
Dr. Graham, it's Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
So I'm a PA, as Melanie said, and I was wondering what your take on approaching patients or kind of the legalities on that was.
Well, there's no legalities, not in dentistry. I'm a dentist, so there's no legalities in dentistry because it's all about health.
Gotcha.
So I don't have to cross any bridge there. So how I approach patients is, of course, I'm reviewing their health history, and I'm also have a relationship with them. So I don't only have the doctor-patient, which is the #1 relationship, but I've also built a rapport with them of talking about different things anyway, which you probably have encountered as well. And it opens up the door for me to share with them about, have you, depending on what the conversation is saying, but I may say something like, have you heard of Plexus? It was made for diabetics originally, the Slim drink was. And they found that it helped the blood sugar stay maintained and the blood pressure calm down. And then a wonderful side effect was that a lot of people were losing weight. And usually their eyes will get real big because they're like, really? Wow. And then I'll say, well, here, let me get you some information. And then I may say, I've got a meeting coming up in my office next week. I'd love for you to come and join us and learn more about it. Or can I email you some information? And I just open up the door based on the relationship and what our conversation has been.
Perfect. Thank you for that answer.
Lauren, this is Marilyn. We have quite a few medical doctors and nurse practitioners and PAs also
Uh-huh.
that join Plexus. And so what we can do too is, I know some of the doctors are putting kiosks in their offices, and I know that you're with a group. So
Right.
what we can do for you, if you would like, we can check into that, see how they're doing it in their practices, what's worked, what hasn't worked, how the patients respond, et cetera. So we'll be happy to help you explore that.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you,
Yeah,
Marilyn.
we'll definitely look into that for you this week.
Lauren, I'm also considering, in fact, I have it on my to-do list for this next week, is we have a big dental meeting in Houston in January.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking about getting like a table at I'm sure you go to big conferences and they have where all the, you know what I'm talking about. What is it? The hall where they're all showing you different things.
Right. Yes.
Yes. That area. So
Oh, that'd
setting
be
up a
great.
table in there and talking about Plexus to whoever comes by and is interested.
That's
So
perfect.
that might be another way too.
That's a great idea.
It'd be awesome.
Caroline Wahlberg, do you have any questions tonight? We got Amanda Jones on too. I know we got some newbies. Brenda Bates. Do any of you guys have questions? I know y'all are new and probably like, I don't know what to ask. But every question's a great question.
No, it was so helpful.
Okay, good. I know just on the compensation plan, just so you guys know, it's just going to take time. I mean, it's going to seem like Japanese for a while, but the more you start looking at it, you're like, okay. And the more I can just strongly encourage to get on every single training because you will learn something new every time.
Mhm.
Even if it's the same exact training, even though I lead these trainings, it's great to have my leaders lead them as well because I even learn from them. It's a lot of fun. We all have a different take on it. So
I'm working on one of the emeralds in October to get on and actually go over the compensation plan, possibly more with us
okay.
all and in more detail, and also how to take where you're at on your journey to get to the next level, whether like I'm trying to get to gold. My prayer is that I get there by the end of this month and working toward that. But she showed me like, okay, well, you're here at this level. So this means this is how many people you need to get. And this is what you need to do. And then in 2 months, you should be able to do this. And in 3 months, you should be able to do that. And so anyway, she is going to be coming on. We don't have the date yet, but coming on. And maybe that can be a topic if people are interested in hearing more.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's going to be great. She's really good at projecting the next.
Yes, she is.
Lexi, I know you're new. Any questions? I know Debbie's probably taught you a lot too, but want to make sure you don't have any questions for us.
No, I think I'm good, and this was definitely very helpful. So I appreciate y'all doing this.
Absolutely. And Brenda Bates, can you if you want to unmute yourself, you can. If you're able to talk, if you have any questions, I know you just joined too, just recently as well. No questions, but totally enjoyed it. Okay, so I guess you can talk.
So there was one slide, Melanie, that wasn't on here that listed all the products to have like a one-liner of what each product does.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually run through that next week. It's the 10 tips I just came up with, so I'm gonna go over that next week. I'm gonna do a Zoom on it next week. So it'll be a 10 tips for the new ambassadors. So I'll run through all that next week for everyone.
Okay.
And I think on the Plexus Power Tools, they have a document that's just all the products on one page, and it gives a little blip about each product, and it's all on one page. It's really nice, and it's under I'm trying to remember the name of the document, but I don't remember the name, but it's just all the Plexus products, a little picture of it, and a little description of each product, which is really nice to give to people as well if they've inquired and you're meeting with them.
And that's why I like the my little brochure, I guess, because it just gives you like a little, especially if you're just talking to them, and you can refer to it if you need it, especially when you're new, because even right there, it's nice to kind of refer to that as you're talking to them if you had it, In case
Where did
gotta
you get those, Melanie?
I got mine on Etsy, and matter of fact, I can show you one. Actually, you know what? It's the ones I gave you one of those,
Yeah.
Lauren.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I got those on Etsy. They're really inexpensive, and you can just search Plexus, Plexus brochures, and you'll see a million of them.
Awesome.
I think Graphics Nanny was the one that I ordered from, was the company. There's also one thing to show you guys. I'm gonna turn my video. I guess you can see me now. Can everybody see this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is a sample card. I could put a little stick of Slim right here with some glue dots. But what I like about these, you can get these under pressholcomb.com. These are nice to keep in your purse if you happen to run across someone that, may be interested. It has all your information, and it has the ingredients on the back and how to take the product. So it's all right here, and you can just hand it to them. So I hand these out a lot too and keep these in my purse all the time.
Those are cool.
So that's just another little thing I'll use sometimes. Catalogs are in the back office. I know right now it's a little crazy with our new system, but just know we'll get through it together.